Hi friends, this is the rate old monk and today I am with the three new smartphones which got recently launched. So the first one is the Realme 2 Pro, the second is the Vivo V9 Pro and the third one is Oppo F9. Talking about the devices, all three has the fingerprint sensor at the back, all has the dual rear camera with LED flash. As you can see the names, the Oppo and Realme are pretty much similar in size and shape. Talking about the design, both all come with the plastic body. In the bottom we are getting the micro USB charging slot for all the three smartphones, the speakers and the 3.5mm jack at the same time. On the side we are also getting the power button, and the another side we are getting the volume rocker keys with the SIM card slot. So talking about the SIM card slot, it will come with the dedicated SIM card slot each and every smartphone. Now talking about the notch here, you can check it out. So the water drop notch or the dew drop notch, whatever the brand is calling, it is present in the Oppo F9 and the Realme 2 Pro, whereas in the Vivo it has a small notch which is a quite of the rectangle of shape. Now talking about the Realme 2 Pro and the Oppo F9, we are going to compare side by side. As you can see, both the devices come with pretty much similar in design. Both has the face unlock, which I recently did. It is the fastest, one of the fastest face unlock present in the device. Talking about the hardware feature, both comes with the display of 6.3-inch FHD plus display. Both have the curved glass, 19.5 is to 9 aspect ratio of the display. Talking about the processor, both are running on an octa-core processor, but the Oppo F9 comes with the Helio P60 processor, whereas the Realme 2 Pro comes with the Snapdragon 660 processor. Talking about the RAM, the Oppo F9 is coming with the 4GB RAM, 64GB internal storage, whereas the Realme 2 comes with the 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. Talking about the camera, both come with the same camera specification. We will talk about it in a detail little bit later. Now coming to the OS, both are running on Android 8.1 Oreo with Color OS 5.2 on the top of the skin. So the Color OS is pretty much similar. As you can see side by side, it has the same settings, same specification and everything regarding the software. Now coming to the battery part, both are coming with a 3500 milliampere battery, which is huge, but unfortunately both doesn't have a fast charging support. Now talking about the camera app, both the camera has the 16 plus 2 megapixel at the back and the front, both are having a 16 megapixel sensor. And going to the video section, here in the video, the Realme 2 Pro can shoot up to 4K video. It also has a full HD and SD recording shoot option, whereas in the Oppo F9 you can shoot only up to full HD. Now talking about the price point, definitely we know that the Realme 2 Pro is the sub brand of Oppo and the price will be less than 20,000 what we expect. Now coming to the comparison of Oppo F9 versus Realme 2 Pro versus Vivo V9 Pro, all the three smartphone has the face unlock. Let me show you that here. The face unlock gets recognized very fastly. It is less than a second also, and it works very smoothly. You can check it out. Now we will go and show you the settings and also the specification of both the devices at the same time. As you can see in the top of the notch of Oppo F9 and Realme 2 Pro are pretty much similar, whereas the Vivo has block kind of rectangle kind of notch. But coming to the OS, all three are running on the Android 8.1 Oreo, whereas the Oppo F9 versus Realme 2 Pro both are running with the Color OS 5.2 on the skin. Now talking about the Vivo V9 Pro, it has an Android 8.1, but on the top it is coming with the FunTouch OS 4.0. Now coming to the processor, the Realme 2 Pro comes with the Snapdragon 660 processor. The Vivo V9 Pro also comes with the Snapdragon 660 processor. Now talking about the Oppo F9, it is coming with the Helio P60 processor. All three are coming with the octa-core processor. Now talking about the RAM and the storage, the Realme 2 Pro comes with the 8GB RAM, 128GB storage, whereas the Vivo V9 Pro comes with the 6GB, 64GB storage, whereas the Oppo F9 comes with the 4GB, 64GB storage. And talking about the Antutu benchmark, here you can check out the scores. All the three coming with the similar kind of score, so definitely not a big difference in all the smartphone. Now we also have tried and tested the sensor, which will be the proximity sensor, the gyroscope sensor, all these kind of sensors are present in all the three smartphones. You can check it out, I will show you. But currently the main point is the battery. The Vivo comes with the battery of 3260 milliampere battery, whereas the Oppo F9 and the Realme 2 Pro comes with a 3500 milliampere battery. All the three smartphone doesn't have a fast charging support. Here is the geeky benchmark score. So all the smartphone come around the same number, so the numbers are same. Now I will try to show you the PUBG graphics game. So this is not definitely the gaming. I am not going to do the gaming of the all three devices. It will be much more difficult for me. But when you are playing with the Oppo F9 and the Realme 2 Pro, both has the optimization and game engine at the back, which suppresses the background app, and as far as the gives you more storage and lets you play the game very easily. Now talking about the Vivo, at the same time it also have the game space, which allows the user to play around the game and optimizes the background app, and also it gives the more storage. Now talking about the graphics support, all the three smartphone comes with the highest frame rate support, and also the graphics, all three can be go to the HD mode. Unfortunately, all the three smartphone is showing for the HDR and the Ultra HD mode that it is coming soon. So definitely that is coming soon. It is still in the process. Maybe the developer are working on it. But for the HD recording, HD version, it is working fine. And the frame rate is also going for the highest graphics right now. Talking about all the three devices, it will be much more difficult to make the video of the gaming at the same time. But definitely all the three coming with the octa-core processor, which is the huge bump, and minimum 4 GB is there. So 4 GB, 6 GB and 8 GB RAM is there, so not the gameplay will be an issue. Now coming to the camera, the Realme 2 Pro comes with the 16 plus 2 megapixel rear camera and 16 megapixel front camera, whereas the Vivo V9 Pro comes with the 13 plus 2 megapixel rear camera. And they're talking about the Oppo F9, it has a 16.2 megapixel camera. Talking about the front camera, all the three smartphone comes with the 16 megapixel camera. Now if you go to the settings are more or less similar, or I must say all the three have identical settings. Now talking about the video recording, the Realme 2 Pro comes with the 4K recording of video from the rear end, whereas the Vivo comes with the full HD. I am still doubting, as Vivo can roll out a software update and it can fix the 4K video recording. But unfortunately in Oppo F9 there is not 4K recording present, and I don't think it will be fixed by a software issue. So definitely all the three smartphone has some plus and some minus. Now coming to the camera samples, I will leave you to the camera samples what you like. This is a normal selfie, we haven't tried any mode here. Now this one is the portrait mode where the background is blurred, and this one is with switching on the AI mode. So the AI mode is there. This is with the portrait bokeh mode using the rear camera. This is also using the rear camera. So this is all what we got for the Realme 2 Pro versus the Vivo V9 Pro versus the Oppo F9. This is at the rate ioldmonk signing off. Please like the video, share the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below for us.